Welcome to Hockey Talk in the Desert Southwest, episode number 30. A big episode for you this week as we're talking rivalry hockey, college rivalry hockey week. As we're here in Tucson for the U of A ASU D1 ACHA club programs rivalry, which dates back a number of years. We're also going to be stopping in, checking in with the ASU ACHA D2 team as they take on their rivals from Northern Arizona and the Ice Jacks in Tempe. So we're looking forward to a good week. Hope you'll stay tuned for all the segments and get a chance to hear some of the things about the rivalries here in the Desert Southwest. We'll be right back.
The Ice Den Scottsdale has always been the coolest place in the desert. Now with the addition of the Ice Den Chandler, our 2 locations hosting 5 sheets of ice make the Ice Den your home for youth, travel, and adult hockey leagues. Our nationally recognized Learn to Skate programs offer world-class instruction for skaters of all ages. Our pro shop features equipment and apparel with the top hockey and figure skating brands. 18 Degrees Express with the Chili Bean Cafe make the Ice Den the perfect place to host your next birthday party or special event. Visit us online at coyotesice.com.
All right, it's rivalry week here in the Desert Southwest. We're talking rivalry hockey and college hockey, ACHA hockey, D1 specifically. We've got the head coach of the University of Arizona, Chad Berman, with us. That was a mouthful, Coach, but tell me a little bit about rivalry week and what it means to you guys here at the U of A.
Obviously, I mean, it wakes up the entire city here. There's, it's well known that this is a basketball town, but boy, it's tough to beat this event every single year. The people get extra excited for this. Certainly we do. We know those guys in the mustard do too, but it's always a heated game. It doesn't matter what the rankings are. It's going to be a battle.
So as we talk, one game is down. You guys had a 4-1 win last night. So tell me a little bit about that game and the way it played out for you.
We got off to a quick start, and then I thought we kind of stopped moving our feet, stopped getting away from the things we do well with puck support and chips to the outside. We'll make a couple of adjustments here, but certainly we're hoping for a championship result tonight, and it's going to take a championship effort.
Tell me a little bit about the rivalry itself, as far as you know. I know you know the history of it. Now, you haven't been here all that long yourself, but you know what it means to both schools. So tell me a little bit about what it does for everybody here.
I mean, I didn't like them much when I came here. They took that ring from me, at RMU. So
right.
It doesn't take long once you know you're coming here who not to like quickly. And that's good. I mean, if you're a competitive person, you get up and you especially look forward to those games. So, like I said, it's just a little extra fun. Anybody who says each game is the same is lying to you. These aren't the same. This is different. This is special. This means more to our locker room, to the people on our staff. I mean, I go to the gas station, people say beat ASU, so the town gets excited. I'm sure we'll have a big turnout tonight, and hopefully we can put on a good show.
It's a little bit different. It's not just one game. It's 4 games on the year for you guys, or is it 8 games on the year for you guys?
This year it's 7. It's usually 8. Yeah.
So you get your 2 down here right now, and then you get them again down here?
Yep. Then we'll have them again in February, and we have one more trip to them. I think that's
mid-January, right?
Mid-January. And so yeah, we're hoping to get the next win tonight and take home that Cactus Cup.
You guys keep moving up the rankings too in the ACHA D1 poll. So what's it going to take to get you inside that top 10?
I think there's 2 things we need to improve. We need to improve on our discipline and our defense. Obviously, we can score some goals, but when it comes time to March, it's going to be a race to 3 goals. So we want to make sure we're keeping teams under 2. And so trying to press that on a young group is important for us right now. I talked to the group about it yesterday. During a season, it's a marathon, and there's a lot of room for error, and you can make up for mistakes. But once you start getting that second semester, the margin for error gets smaller, and then you hit March, and it's very small. And so that's what we're preparing for. So we're stressing the details and hoping to evolve and build for that opportunity, basically.
When you look at your scores of the games this season, you guys have scored plenty of goals, and you've kept a lot of opponents off the board fairly well as well. So where's the strength lie in this? Have you found an area where you're particularly stronger than another area?
Well, we're definitely happy with our goaltending. We think we've got 3 guys who could be a number 1 on most teams, and that's saying something. We got a lot of firepower and jump up front. We got a lot of quick guys. we almost have a, geez, how do I want to describe this? An ignorant confidence about us, I guess. You know, like we have some guys that just like to play hockey, so they don't think too much about it, frankly. You know, Plumeth and Decker, kids that come to mind that they're like, I don't know, I just like to play. They just show up to play. You know, and there's some benefit to that. And so, you know, we think we can score in bunches. You know, we've got a good blend of, you know, 15 freshmen that are impact players. But we've also got a good blend of that upperclassmen that can provide some stability and leadership. So it's a nice mix. It's been a lot of fun.
How is it that you put that together so quickly? Like from last year to this year, it's night and day difference, it seems like to me when I look at your team.
Culture matters. You know, culture comes before winning because you can't win consistently without culture. So we've got a locker room right now that's bought into the day-to-day process, and I think, you know, I think a lot of people are saying, hey, you might win the Cactus Cup tonight. This must be the turning point. The turning point happened for a while ago, I would say end of last year. And it accelerated through the summer and it accelerated through this first semester, and now what you're seeing are the rewards of that.
A couple of things that are special again. I know you got the organ back last night, right?
Yeah.
Organ's back tonight too?
Yep, Michael Davis is in the house.
All right, and then I see there's something special on your lapel there. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is an incredibly special night. We're retiring the number 16 jersey of Kelly Walker, the all-time leading scorer here. An incredible player with incredible skill, a great guy. It's been we got the alumni in the house here. It's been a great time seeing different generations blend and mix, and it's been a lot of fun. You know, we're trying to bring a piece of the past to the present. You know, as I've said before, this is once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat, and we're one big family. And you know, our first goal right now is to win that Cactus Cup, but back deep in my mind, that kind of end stake in the ground is I want to get a ring here. I want to bring a national championship for those guys, for our guys, for the city, and when we do, we're all going to celebrate together.
Coach, I appreciate your time as always. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
In today's odor elimination, sanitizing, and deodorizing market, air spaces and fabrics are treated with very aggressive, highly toxic, and often very dangerous but cheap chemical-based solutions. These chemicals have harmful residues and pollutants that can impact your health and the well-being of those around you. This is the bad news. The good news is there's something better. That something is OxyPal. OxyPal is a fast-growing company based in Phoenix, Arizona, with franchises opening across North America. OxyPal has developed a way to eliminate, not mask or disguise, all organic-based odors in any airspace or on any fabric surface with ozone, also called trioxygen. Ozone is present in the atmosphere, and it is what protects our planet, our environment, and every living thing on Earth. Through years of research and development, OxyPal has perfected a way to harness and apply this powerful solution to purify airspaces and fabric surfaces safely and effectively, eliminating all organic bacteria, viruses, mold, fungi, and allergens on the molecular level. OxyPal has designed and perfected many next-generation and evolutionary alternative products and services safe for people, pets, and our planet. The solutions offered by OxyPal are stronger, safer, non-toxic, and a great value. Visit our website and online store today at www.oxypal.com. On our website, you can make a service appointment, buy products, or learn more about us and our great franchising opportunities.
All right, it's another segment of Hockey Talk in the Desert Southwest, episode number 30. We've got the assistant coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils, ACHAD1 team, Chad Bailey, with us. Chad, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about this rivalry week. We're down to game 2 of this weekend, but last night didn't go the way you guys wanted to. But tell me a little bit about rivalry week and what it means to the Sun Devils.
It means everything. This week's these games are just as important as the entire season. So having that on the line is a lot for our young guys, and I think they're still trying to get used to the rivalry, but we're trying to show them.
You know, Sun Devil Athletics had a really good week last week with the basketball team and the NCAA hockey team getting their first series win of the year, and the football team, of course, capturing the Territorial Cup. So you guys come down here, you're a little bit outmatched with injuries and such that you have on your roster, and a young roster, but tell me a little bit about last night and what you thought of the performance of you guys last night. Like you said, we have a short bench right now. It's something we're battling, and we're just trying to get through this semester. I think the young guys are stepping up, and hopefully they can step up even more tonight. So you get through this series, and then you move on to the second semester pretty much, and you start focusing on trying to make a run to get in that top 20 for a national tournament. In your estimation, what do you guys have to do to move up a few more spots in the rankings? We got to keep putting in the work and start winning some hockey games. There's some good teams all in the mix, but we think we have a really good chance of getting there too. What's it like for your young guys right now? Are they starting to develop into where you thought they would be at this point in the season? Yeah, I think they're coming along. It's tough when you have so many freshmen, and then you get your vets with injuries, and it's taking some time, but I think they're figuring it out. I'm going to ask you, like I ask everybody, is give me a definition of a rivalry. What makes a good rivalry between any two teams? Hatred. You just don't like the other guys. Whether it's hockey or football or baseball, a rivalry is built up over time. And I did a little research this week on the rivalry between ASU and U of A, and it goes back to the 1800s. So one of the biggest rivalries in all of college sports. It might not get the limelight it should, but it really means a lot to both schools. You know, I know it's difficult to play on the road anyway, but here the crowd gets a little bit more hostile than a lot of places. Probably the biggest crowd you see all year is right here, right? Absolutely. They pack it in, and I can only imagine it's because we're in town. So tonight they're also retiring a jersey number, I understand, of Kelly Walker. They're well, the ACHA's all-time leading scorer. So does that give them a little bit more fire, I'm guessing, but does that guys fire you guys up too to spoil the party? Last year, I know this game we spoiled a teddy bear toss, so right. I'm not sure what we're in store for tonight, but we're going to be ready to compete and work as hard as we can. So tell me what the lineup looks like tonight. Anybody new in the lineup or any changes in the lineup from last night? No, Leone's not going to be in the lineup tonight. He's battling an injury right now, and we're still without Ostertag and Mac. So. And who's going in goal tonight for you? We're got Mark's going in net for us. All right, perfect, Chad. I wish you the best of luck tonight, and we'll visit with you down the road. I hope so. Thank you.
We need you. We need you.
We need you to support Wildcat hockey.
The Wildcats are back in action, and it's time to show your U of A pride at the TCC Arena. Please call for tickets or come to the TCC box office. U of A hockey is affordable and fun for the entire family.
We need you.
We need you.
We need you to support U of A Wildcat hockey.
All right, it's another segment of Hockey Talk in the Desert Southwest, episode number 30. Why not bring in the AC Puckman when we're talking Rivalry Week? We got Tim Gasson with us tonight. Tim, it's a special night here at the U of A's TCC, Tucson Arena, whatever we want to call the whole home. It's home ice, right?
Home ice for the Wildcats here. Their big rivalry second game of the series against Arizona State. This is a rivalry I've been a part of for more than 30 years. I'm going to have to remember exactly how many of those years there are, but I'm nervous before every single one of these games. It's wonderful. There's nothing like playing your rival.
You know, Rivalry Week is big in everything. It's big in football, it's big in basketball, it's big in club hockey, and here, these two programs have been doing battle for a long time. Tonight you got a special guest, you got an honoree that's going to be going on, and I understand you're the man doing the presenting.
I've been given the great privilege of giving the induction speak for Kelly Walker, number 16. He's the all-time ACHA leading scorer, also the all-time Arizona scorer, all-time ACHA tournament scorer, three-time All-American, three-time team MVP, only Arizona player with more than 100 points in 2 seasons. He had 114 points in 28 games in 1 season. Now, to give you some kind of perspective, a superstar like Gordie Howe, or Wayne Gretzky average about 2 points a game, and that's incredible. If you average 1 point a game, that's superstar status. Kelly Walker averaged close to 4 points a game.
Wow.
This was from 1989 to 1993, and I was very fortunate to be around that team for the entire time. It was the golden era of Arizona hockey. Went to the national tournament several times with the team, to the title game twice with that team. So Kelly Walker's very near and dear to my heart. I haven't seen him in more than 20 years.
Wow.
Saw him yesterday for the first time in 20 years. And so many of his teammates from that 89 to 93 team are back for this alumni weekend for the big rivalry games against ASU. U of A took care of business last night and won the first game of the series 4-1. If they win tonight, they win the year series already against ASU and get the Cactus Cup. And so we're hoping to have the alumni to present this Cactus Cup back to the alumni on this special night. A lot of hockey to play before we get there. Arizona has to win the game. You know, it might not happen. So I'm not trying to, you know, count my chickens before they're beaten. But if that happens, it would be just a wonderful, magical night to give the alumni the Cactus Cup.
You know, I was talking to Coach Berman earlier, and he told me that he hasn't even had the Cactus Cup here since he's been here.
Yeah, you know, I think ASU actually created this trophy.
Okay.
And so the U of A's never even seen it. You know, there was a time back in my first era with U of A hockey where we had a streak of, I think it was 62 games in a row or something, wins against Arizona State. It was Greg Powers in goal for ASU in 1997 who broke that streak. Greg, I remember that. And since then, the series has gone back and forth. But the last 10 years, ASU has really owned this series. And now in Coach Berman's fourth year, he's really rebuilt the U of A program and are much more competitive with ASU. As a matter of fact, very quietly over the end of last year and this year, the U of A now has a 5-game unbeaten streak against ASU. And that hasn't happened in a decade. I believe in about a decade here. So this is a very special time. We're hoping Arizona can wrap it up on home ice tonight. If not, we're going to have to go up to Tempe next month and try to win the cup up there. But let's hope that the Cats put in a good effort here tonight. It'd be nice to win it on home ice.
And you know what? You're closing in on the end of a semester, right?
Yeah.
So the guys will be going away for Christmas for a little while. So it would be a great way for the guys to go home with something in their back pocket halfway through the year, right?
Well, you know, teams don't get a chance to play for a championship all that often.
Right.
We have such a young team, 15 freshmen on this team. Just having the opportunity, whether they win this game tonight or not, to have the opportunity to win a championship, to win a trophy, is really good experience for them, to get them ready for that national tournament, to see that there's a reward at the end of all that hard work. So it would be a great topper. You know, if they don't win this game tonight, that's another lesson learned.
Right.
You know, and you got to come back in that next game on the road, and you got to take that. ASU isn't going to give it to you. This is going to be a battle. I expect a real battle here tonight from the ASU Sun Devils.
Let's finish up by letting me ask you your definition of a rivalry.
You know, it's more of an emotion than anything. I get butterflies when I see ASU skate onto the ice. It's a really unique combination of fear and respect, anticipation and hope. And you put all those four things together and you're going to have a battle on your hands. And I think any great rivalry, and you know, Arizona State is one of our nation's greatest rivalries. It really is. I love it when it's respectful.
Right.
It often isn't, and I wish it was more respectful.
Right.
Because those respectful rivalries are the best, I think. It doesn't mean you can't be intense about your rival. Believe me, I'm intense about this rivalry with Arizona State. Anyone who's ever seen me knows this. But I hope that I can treat Arizona State with the kind of respect that they deserve. They're not our enemy. They're our opponent.
Right.
And I think if fans had that idea more, less hate and just more intensity and passion, I think rivalries like this would be better. And I'm mentioning this because at the end of the game last night, emotions from ASU kind of boiled over and things got very dangerous at the end. And the last thing you want to see is to have these young student athletes get hurt. you know, in a stupid thing in fights and melees in front of the goaltender and stuff like that. But that's the intensity, that's the passion of these kinds of rivalries. But in this age of Twitter and all the trash talking and all that stuff, I'm making my failed bid to you, fans of U of A and ASU. Let's keep it respectful.
Tim, I appreciate your time, and we'll enjoy tonight with you.
Thank you, Scott. Bear down.
All right, it's another segment of Hockey Talk in the Desert Southwest. Why not visit with the captain of the newly crowned Cactus Cup champions of the University of Arizona, Orion Olson. Orion, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
I see the smile on your face, and I know this was a big weekend for not only you, but for your entire team, the alumni of the university. Yep. Tell me what it's all about.
No, it was a lot of fun. I mean, to be able to do that and win the Cactus Cup and bring it back here for the first time in a long time in front of our alumni, a great crowd and everything, and you know, being a senior and having gone through a lot of tough times against that team over there, and being able to be next to the guys who I've come the last 4 years with, and be able to do that is really special. It's something I'll never forget. And you know, just the feeling in that locker room after that is the kind of thing that, you know, as my hockey career winds down, it's something that I'll take with me forever and then remember and always have in my back pocket to look back on.
Talk about the depth on this team and the difference it makes from when you played these guys last year at the end of the year, hoping you were going to get yourself into the national tournament. It was so close. You guys played so tough, and yet you come back now and this team looks deeper and better than last year, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, different years bring different teams. They're a little different than they were last year, and as are we. But I mean, we're gelling right now, and we're feeling great. And it was awesome to be able to get that win and get both those wins on home ice. I'm
guessing you thought it was going to be this tough, rough and tough, I should say, through the entire series. But tell me a little bit about your play. You left a little bit early tonight, but it was in defense of a teammate, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I saw Plum get hit there, and his helmet popped off, and I had enough of it, and you know, the fumes are high. You know, it's a heated rivalry out there, so you know, that was just sticking up for my teammate and doing what I felt was a captain move.
Talk about the crowd tonight. Your crowd was way into it.
Yeah, there was even a couple times where there was something going on in the crowd away from the ice. That was everybody was. I looked around on the ice and there was the crowd was going crazy and there was nothing really happening on the ice. So they were rowdy and it was fun. It was great to bring that to them and hopefully that translates to big crowds throughout the rest of the season throughout the second semester.
You got a little time to relax now and then come back and then make that push run for the national championship. How old can you guys go in the ranking? Can you get into the top 10?
Yeah, I mean we've had a tough schedule. Our schedule, it doesn't get easier, but we have a different, it's going to be harder for us to climb the rankings throughout the second semester, just with the teams we play and where they sit in the rankings. So we just got to keep moving forward, keep the snowball rolling, and keep getting wins. It's big. So we're going to look forward to regroup here and come back and take it to them second semester.
I know you guys talked a little bit about the thing of having Kelly Walker and his jersey retired, but can you even imagine scoring 118 points in an ACHA season?
God, I wish. I wish. If I could have that, I would take it. But that's crazy. That's to even think about that is insane. He did it two seasons in a row.
Right.
Mind blowing.
I asked him what it felt like to see all those number 16s out there in warm-ups.
Yeah.
What was it like for you as a captain of this team to have your team put them all on?
No, it was just. I mean, it was just the right thing to do for him and for what he did to this program. It was a good gesture on our part, just to show our appreciation, and it worked out well.
Good luck the rest of the way. Enjoy the time off on the semester break, and we'll talk to you in January.
Thank you. I appreciate it.